My turn. I turned this on because there's police here. There's 3 cop cars. And they rolled up on something or someone. Okay? And I want to make sure these bitch ass cops. You see these cop cars? They're like way down there. See they're over there? They're there, and then they're over there, and they're there. But they ran over there, and one's over here somewhere. What for? To making sure if they don't harass me. Anyway, Sanchez is here. And that's one of the cops that put a Apple tag in my car, and it tracked directly to the police department. I don't know if it's exactly him. Could be Sergeant Leonard. That's one of the cops that is breaking the federal laws as well. Multiple federal laws. He's even making $14,000 every month on his paycheck. It shows there's a trace of $14,000 with no trace to it, and it's not being put towards taxes. So yeah, he stole my lottery tickets of $3,800,000 that I won off a second chance lottery. Well, he took my tickets, and he's somehow making this money, and it has no trace to it. So he probably asked somebody to take the claim of my tickets so it doesn't trace to him, but pay him because he's the one that took my tickets when I got arrested on a false fucking report. Fuck that cop. He falsely lied and said that I lived at a house at the Lana House. I've never lived at this house. So I went to the owner and asked her if she could make a recording for me, and she did. She made 2 recordings, actually. And Jake Newsom was there, and Toby Hurl was there, and there were witnesses hearing her state that I never lived at her house, and whatever cop lied on my name should go to get locked up because I lost my daughter and a $57 million business called solove.com. It was my business that I started. I opened it. I shared it. It opened here in Paso, California. That's where it started. And Aaron Griggs, I was under Aaron Griggs. Aaron Griggs was under Ryan Welch. He is, I guess, the guy who started it. You know, the guy who said, hey, let's open this up and see where it goes and see who makes the money to make profit. Well, I started and I made the profit. I put on at least over 130 people by the time of 2012. And I got screwed over. Ain't that bitch. Along with documents of the DMV, I'm getting my, I'm going to pay $35 so I could get all my stuff back. And then once I find out and show proof that Officer Detective Ruiz co-signed my glow-in-the-dark car that was glowing in the dark, they ripped everything off. They took all my decals off the windows. And I'll show you what the car looked like before. But Detective Ruiz and Officer McGuire, the guy that was sexually harassing my friend and basically raped her after the fact of me trying to stop him, I told Officer Leonard that Officer McGuire, his partner, is stalking my friend. He said, oh, okay, well, I'll look into it. And 3 days later, Officer Leonard falsely arrested me under a failure to register is what they said. Well, that sucks. You're a fucking liar, I could say, because I never lived at that house, and I have witnesses. Even Becca Hurl was told to lie on my name. She made a video for me. To lie on my name and say that I lived at her house. Well, she never said that. And the cop still lied on the stand to say that I lived there. And he said that I lived there all because I didn't have a tent. I wasn't sleeping in a tent. So he goes, okay, you live here. No, fuck you. I don't own a tent because I don't need a tent. I can sleep elsewhere. Who in the fuck said that I needed to sleep in a tent? I can sleep out in public without a fucking tent. Fuck you. I don't even have a tent still, and I'm sleeping out here. So what does that mean? Does that mean I'm registered elsewhere? So yeah, these cops are crooked as fuck. They, even sexual misconduct. I have a video of, the other tall officer that controls a drone. He opens up the female's bathroom's doors and he stares at them naked because I saw him and another officer, and my mom has a video of him opening my door while I was in the bathroom. And he didn't know my mom was watching him. And he jumped in and he goes, oh, what are you doing in here? I'm like, what the fuck? I was just going pee. What the hell? I was taking a shit at first, and then I went pee. Anyways, when he busted it open, my mom was right behind him. And I said, oh, hi, Mom. He turned around, he's like, oh, shit. And he looked at my mom. I was like, yeah, can you get out of my way? I'm trying to get out, and you're sitting here trying to fucking block me in, you bitch. Like, my mom was like, I recorded everything he just did. I was like, cool. You know what? He does that every day. He comes out here, and he likes to do that. He opens up women's bathrooms. And in fact, he opened up Beth's bathroom, and she was naked. And he touched her and asked her if she had drugs on her. And then he threw, what do you call that? The officer threw a lie on her. Somebody tagged the bathroom, and he put it on her. And it was somebody else who did it, named Jen. And I told the officer, and he still put that on Beth and said that she tagged all over in the bathroom. She did not. That cop is a liar, and he ruined her name. So I'm talking like this. This is what I'm saying. The cops out here will break laws just to fuck your life off, and so they could get credit. Like Officer Sanchez. He put an Apple tag in my car and didn't know I found that bitch, and I was a hacker. Well, I hacked that shit to find it. It came from Paso, California. That's where the mail went to. The tag was bought and sent to Paso Robles Police Department. So an officer used something that was mailed to the police department. That is a way to track shit. That's a real hacker for you. Now, none of these fucking cops know how to hack, but I hacked into every single one of their fucking things. And I can tell you all the cops of what they've done and what laws they're breaking. I can even break into their fucking webcams. And all they do is they download it and they have to copy it into their computer. Well, guess what? I'm a hacker and I got into their computer. That's because I'm a Fed, bitch. I'm a web security investigator for the Homeland Security. Ain't that a bitch? And I got a federal ID, bitch. A number. What? So, sorry to cuss, but I'm going to be real. These cops have been falsely accusing me, falsely detaining me, falsely everything. And they don't even know their codes. They don't even know penal codes. They just say numbers, what they got to learn and pretend. Are you serious? They don't even know laws. They break their own laws. And they break our rights. They think because we're humans, we're stupid. We don't know our rights, so they try to screw us over. Well, they screw the homeless people over, but you can't screw me over because I have a bachelor's degree in criminal and civil law. Now who's smarter?